Hey guys, this is Mahmood, and from past one video I'm working on an employee management system using PHP MVC Framework Codeigniter and the CSS HTML Framework Bootstrap. In my last video I had created this login form and I had showed you how to download and install Codeigniter with help and how to download and CSS and HTML Framework Bootstrap. Okay, and let's make few changes here. Let us okay, as you can see, this drop down is displaying in the middle. I want to move it to the right, so let's do it navbar right and thing. Okay, save it, and this one legend. Okay, save it and refresh. Okay. Should be logout here, logout, okay. So this based on the session variable, whether the session variable is set or not, based on that we will display this logout. Because it should be displayed, this drop down should be displayed whenever when a user gets logged into our system. But right now it's displaying without the user is logged in. So right now what we will do is we will create our database. Once our database is ready, we will move on to our user validation. So now let's click on database and click on this text box and create a HRMS report. HRMS report create. Now click on this HRMS report. Create a table as users. Users and tables, 5 tables, 5. Okay, first is user ID, next name, username, password, role ID. Okay, this is integer, this one is verify, this one is also verify, this one is integer. 50, copy. Okay, now it is auto incremented and primary key. Save it. Okay, one table is created, and now another table as user role. User role includes 2. Here we will in this table we will store the roles of our user. We are having 2 roles, one is admin and another one is employee. So click OK. ID and role name, and ID will be auto implemented and primary key. Just save it. and another table is in personal details, employee personal details. Okay, personal details, and the fields should be some 5 or 6. Eleven fields. Okay. ID, user ID, then employee role ID, and then first name, middle name, last name, then username, gender, and then nationality, marital status, then date of birth. Okay, this one is of date, marital status, where, nationality, where, gender, where, username, ID, this will be integer, 50. Okay, now make it as auto incremented and as primary key. Save it, and let's make some changes to the structure. Let's add one more field after DOB as alpha where 200 primary key, and save it. Now contact details. Okay, incorrect column specifier. Okay, save it. Now contact details. Okay, now create another table as employee contact details, which is 9, ID, user ID, address line 1, address line 1, copy, address line 2, city state, zip code, country, and mobile. Okay, this is where country is where, zip code is integer, state is where, city is where, this line is 50, 200, 50, 50, implemented and make it as a primary key. Save it. and now another table called EMP qualifications. That is EMP qualifications. Oh, sorry, I created a database. HRMS report. EMP employee qualifications and fields. 6 ID, user ID, SSLC, PUC, graduation, post graduation, integer. Okay, everything is integer. 50. Okay, auto increment and next as a primary key. Save it. Okay, now I have created all my 5 tables. Now I just need to start with my user validation. So to start with user validation, okay, just delete this. Okay. So whenever a person click on this submit button, that person will be redirected to login/user login. So inside this controller here we should use a library called this load library form validation. Okay. Another way of using this library is just copy this form validation and go to auto load and put this user validation inside this form validation inside libraries. So we don't need to call this statement again and again in each and every function. Okay. Here. So now we should go to our Codeigniter user guide, table of content, and go to form helpers. Oh sorry, go to form validation. The form validation class, click on form. Okay, come down and just copy this code, copy and paste it here. Okay, here we need to put the put our field names, username and password, which is this. Okay, these two fields, username and password, and these two, name equals to username and name equals to password, fields should be equal, should be same whatever fields we are using here inside our users table, username and password, and these two fields should match. Username and password fields should match with this username and password. Okay, now it's correct. So we should come here, required. Okay, and before that, let us just add one user, which is the admin, and so the idea will be auto implemented name. Okay, name. Role ID is 1. Save it. Okay, now I have one user with role ID 1 and role also. We need to enter 2. two roles. Okay, here admin and employee. Okay. Okay, admin role is 1, role ID is 1, and employee role ID is 2. So let us come here, copy this and paste here. So we'll just, and we don't want, okay, not here. Okay, we'll just remove these two. Okay, we have taken our field names, username and password, and here we need to check with a condition saying that if this user validation, this form validation are perfect, or this or in other words, if user has entered the values in both the text fields, that is in email and password, then I should take them to this block. Otherwise I should display them validation errors. Okay. Now let us check this out, refresh. Okay, now let us put one email ID and leave password as blank. So now it's showing me the password field is required. If I leave both the fields as blank, and try to submit, it's showing me the username field is required and password field is required. Now these two errors I want to display on this page rather than taking them to the next page. So what I will do is I will just redirect. Okay. Redirect. So I will just load this view. This load view login. I will just load the login view. See, I'm loading the same view, but I'm not displaying the errors here. So in order to display the errors, we need to call one function here, PHP echo from errors. Yes, okay, let us see if I'm not wrong. Copy this one and paste it out here, save it, and let's check it, refresh. Okay, call to undefined form errors. Okay, let us check it out in our language, in our user guide. We'll find error. Okay, this one, copy this and paste it here. You just need to put the form, this field name, password, here the field name is username. Okay, and class text danger. Copy this, paste it here, and now come back again and take this copy and come to your login page and put it here and make it as text danger. Okay, now let us check our site. Okay, Now if I try to first see, now I'm getting username field is required, password field is required on my home page. Okay. Login successfully. My validation passes, then it should take me to the login successful page. Okay, one field is showing errors. Okay. Okay, now it's taking me login successful because I have entered both my fields. But whenever I try to log in without entering password and try to submit, okay, this email field is going out. So what I have to do is I need to retain that value inside my text box. So I have to use value set value username. Okay, now let us see. Okay, see, now it's not going anywhere, and now I'm able to retain my email value inside the text even if I didn't enter one of my text box value, that is password. Okay, if I enter password, okay, now it's taking me login successfully. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to check here. I need to check whether the value or the username or password that has been entered inside text boxes, email and password, whether they are present or not in my database. Okay, so for that I need to create a model. For that I need to create a model where I will be interacting with the database. So let us create that model first. Okay, into this model and new file, save it as, give it a name as queries.php. Okay. Now I need to create a function as public function login user. Okay, in this function I need to accept two parameters. First one is username and second one is password. Okay, so from here add okay, here just to delete this. I need to take the username value as this input, post as username, password. Okay, by doing this I am storing whatever value has been entered in email and password field through these two text boxes will stored inside these two variables, username and password. Okay, now I will call my model. This load model queries. Okay, and I need to call a function inside the model where is user login, and we need to pass the username and password to that function, which I will be receiving here inside this function. I hope you understood, guys. So let me explain once again. If here I am storing the values, whatever I will be entering in these two text boxes, and I enter the email and password in these two text boxes and try to submit. When I click on submit, these two fields, username and password, will come here and store into these two variables, and then these two variables are passed with the help of a function called user login to my model queries, and here these two variables will be received. Okay, here I will check the data. Here I will check the values by interacting with query with our database. Okay, query. Okay. Here what I have to do, here I need to write a query. So let's just go to our form, to our user guide, and go click on database classes, and then click on active records, and then from here click on selecting data, and I need to select a query here which is having the where condition. So select this, copy from here and paste it here. And let's just make some changes to this query. Instead of get here, and remove this. Okay, make an array here where I will be passing the where conditions, username, password, username and password. Okay. Get users. According to this query, what I am doing is I am selecting the fields, selecting the entire row from a table users, where username equals to the entered username and password, and this password is equals to the entered password. Okay. So let us check whether I'm getting any record or not. If dollar query return any num rows, is greater than 0. Okay, if the query return any value, then return dollar query row ID. Okay, so in this case our ID is user ID. So what I will do is I will select the data, and here I will check whether my query is returning some data or not. If our query is returning, or if our query is returning the rows that is greater than 0, then what I will do is I will take the user ID from that row and I will return it wherever this function is being called. So this function is being called here. So here whatever ID I will be receiving, I will just assign it to one variable called user ID. Okay, I will assign the user ID that is been sent from here to here. Okay, let us see, let's check it out here whether I will be getting the user ID or not. Print or user ID. Okay, exit. All to undefined method, that is user login. Okay, from login controller 7, login controller 7. Okay, this load model. Okay, I think this might be the problem of database. Okay, I will not set my database here. 27.0.01 username is root, password is none, and database name is HRMS report. Okay, HRMS report. Okay, now let us see. Still I get the same error. Okay, call to undefined method queries. Okay, method is this one. Copy this. User login. Okay, user login here. What is the function? Login user. Okay, copy this and paste it here. Now let us see. Okay, notice undefined properties login DB. Okay, this error is showing due to absence of this database library here. Okay, now let us see. Okay, it's returning the value of 1 and our user ID for user mahmood@gmail.com is 1. So we are getting the ID here. Okay, what I will to do now, I need to check. I get the user ID, then I'll store that user ID into session. This session set user data as user ID this ID. Okay, I will be storing this user ID into my session so that I can make difference between the employee and the admin. And then return. Then I will return to my view card dashboard. Okay, dashboard I have not created yet. I will just create it now. Else, if okay, let me first write this one. Else, what I will do is I will display error as invalid. Okay, let us see. For this, I will just redirect to to 1. Okay, I'll just create one more view as dashboard. PHP. Okay, let us see, let us come to our page. Okay, undefined property login session. Okay, we have not set our session library. So come to config, auto load session. Okay, let's see. Okay, in order to use the session class, you are required to set an encryption key in your config file. Okay, so let us go to our config file and set an encryption key. Define for encryption. Okay, here put some value 56. Okay, save it, close this one also. Okay, okay, index dashboard. Okay, this page is not present here, and we are referencing here to okay, login, user login. Dashboard, we are referencing to dashboard controller, so we should create a controller here with a name called dashboard class dashboard extends here controller function. Save it as dashboard.php. Okay, here I should call the view this load view dashboard. Okay, save it. Okay, dashboard is showing, and if I didn't enter any value, the password field is required, and some values and see. Okay, it's showing me some error here, but that error is not displaying here. We need to display that error now. So what I will do is I will use flash data session flash data to display the error. This session set flash data as login response as invalid username password. Okay, and then what I will do is return to login controller. Okay. So what I will do is I will just go to my login form, and above this above this row I will create one more div with the class of row Okay, then what I will do is I will create one more div inside it with a class of this, and here I will check. And now I will go to Boots Watch website. Okay, from here I will go to these warnings. Okay, select this and copy this, come again here and paste it out here. Okay, now before that we need to enter, I need to check if error equals to this session slash data, and I need to put the same key whatever I have entered here, this key. Okay, this key I need to go in here and pass into it, and now copy, and now I need to end this if, end it, and I need to display it here. Let us check whether we have done it properly or not. Okay, now I'm in my dashboard and didn't enter anything. It will show me an error, and if I enter some wrong password it will show me invalid username and password. Okay, so now we are almost done with our login and logout. Login system. We have not worked on logout yet. So what we will do is okay, now I am here. Okay, I'm running out of time now. In my next video I will see you guys in and I will discuss login and logout, and I will discuss some other important security measures where everyone needs to follow while developing an login system. Okay, which is I will show you a demo of that. See, right now I enter my email ID and I will just type in the password. Now I am trying to enter to my dashboard. So I'm in my dashboard, and if I try to enter login here. Okay, PHP/login. See, it's taking me to login page. It should not do like that. And now I'm not logging. If I try to go to my dashboard, it's taking me to the dashboard. So it should not react like that. It should whenever a user not logged in, and at that time if a person tries to get inside to the dashboard, then it should redirect them to the login page. Okay, and from here if a person try to enter into the dashboard, it should take them to the login. Okay, so we will discuss all this thing in my next video. I hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching guys.